Hello Francesco, welcome back in your high school. Thank you so much for coming. We would like to ask you something about your experience here in high school Galileo Galilei. Do you think we can ask you something?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much, so let's start. Could you summarize your experience here in Galileo Galilei High School?
I signed up to attend this school in 2013, specifically in the automation and electronica department. Going from the middle school was a bit raw in the beginning because I was alone at the Galileo Galilei. I know no one since all of my old friends chose different schools. Other than were a lot of study. Even the way of studying was different from before. The single most stressful period was the final test. I studied for days, thanks to my support professor. Managed to get it very prepared.
Well, so do you think your school organizes the inclusion process well enough for students with difficulties or disabilities or other needs like dyslexia?
Yes, I do. No one left behind. All of us managed to bond with students and professor quite easily. I would not change anything in the school. It works just fine as it. Whether it's the structure, how it was treated, and the people.
In your opinion, what were the strength and weakness about your personal experience of inclusion here?
As I said before, there is really nothing I would have changed.
So, do you think the school and all your teachers were enough inclusive for you? Like, could you think back to your classmates and teacher and say us what they did or what they did not for you?
During the first day of school, I didn't have too many problems with the classmates. Being a very social person, quickly made a lot of friends, which I have to thank for all the help they give me during school trips. For example, we visited Rimini, Ravenna, Urbino, and many more. I can only thank them and the professor. Unfortunately, I couldn't take part in many activities due physical issue. So I can decide which of this city I enjoyed the most.
So, do you think your special needs teachers were able to help you? Or so?
Yes, they are fundamental because of my condition. I have had to leave school for a long time and really appreciate to the time they took to be class for me and explain the subject at home.
Did they supply the necessary help or, let's say, connection with your subject teacher?
Yes, they did. Even when I was absent, they took notes for me and helped me to understand new topics.
So, do you remember how many special needs teacher did you have?
For 5 years, I have had the same communication assistant who also helped me at home with my homeworks. He helped me get around more easily since I am wheelchaired. In total, I had 5 support professors. As regards my special needs teacher, I had different one in my first, second, and third year. Then another for the fourth and fifth year of high school.
So, how did you get to school and go home?
For 4 years, I took the bus that the city of Rome kindly offer for physical impaired person. The city all gives this type of service. That minibus come around to pick me at 7:30 in the morning and took me home at the end of the lesson. The last year, finally, I used my own car since I had the license to drive myself.
What you can say about architectural barriers here at school? And did they represent a problem for you? In what ways?
I didn't have any kind of problem with the structure of the school. It's equipped with enough it for lift for wheelchair.
So you think there are no barriers that needs to be eliminated?
As I said, there is no architectural barriers that need to be removed.
What do you think about the workplace experience that the school organized for you? Like, where did you go and how much did you stay here?
I have had many work-related experience. For example, I work on a cruise ship in warehouses and get attended various courses and activities that formed my idea of what I was going to do next. My favorite was the one at Elettrolazio, where they explained how their electronic components shipping company works. The worst one was with the Grimaldi ferry lines.
Was it an appropriate experience for you? Like, was there any problems?
It's been very interesting process, and even if there were many moments, there were no problem.
So, did you go on any field trip with your classmates? Like, if so, where and how was your experience?
As I said before, I took part in many trips, some more interesting than others, but I had no problem at all.
Before we end our interview, what would you suggest to improve inclusion here at Galilei High School?
Well, as I said before, I will change anything. Maybe an idea could be to have the same special needs teacher for all 5 years of school.
In conclusion, would you recommend this school to other students with special needs? Like, why or why not?
For sure, it has very efficient personnel and it is well built for any kind of needs. It's an all-around good school.
Well, I see. I understand that thanks to Galilei Consuli program, you're now taking an important, very important logistic program 4.0 course.
Yes, it's a course that includes theoretical lessons and professional training, which will lead into a position in a company. I am very enthusiastic about it, not only because I will get a job, but especially because I will be doing a job I really like.
So, thank you again for coming back for this interview. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Always happy to help.